this is Ashley. Now that we've laid out our text, we're going to go ahead and build a form for it to get us to the next stage to be able to print it. Alright, the first step to building a form is to choose a chase. We already chose a chase, so we're going to put it around the text blocks that we have in the galley tray. You'll notice that we have spaces in between the text blocks that need to be filled with metal furniture or some kind of furniture, but we're using metal. So in our layout stage, we figured out that we needed to fill 6.25 picas on each, the top and the bottom of the top form, and 2 picas each on the top and the bottom of the bottom form in order to get that perfect 5x7 dimension. So I'm going to go ahead and begin filling in the spaces with metal furniture. Now that we've got all the spaces filled in that we needed from the layout, and this is 5x7, we're going to go ahead and push the form all the way to the top of the chase so that it's flush with the fixed side of the chase, so that it doesn't move during impression. We're going to go ahead and move that magnet up under it to hold everything in while we go ahead and choose the wood furniture and coins that we'll be using to hold it in place. Alright, so before I go ahead and put the last pieces of metal furniture in to close the gap between the wood furniture and the coin, I'm going to go ahead and place the coin in just so that we can get it to sit up really nicely against it. Go ahead and push that down. You want to make sure when you're locking a form that everything that could move has something against it. These, since the coin will be putting pressure on this to hold this in place, are fine to not have anything against them. But these need to have stuff against them. So we'll go ahead, you always want to lock your coins in one direction first and then the other direction. So we're going to go ahead and lock it up first. Go ahead and make sure that everything is situated correctly, nothing slanted. So we'll just barely tighten that right now. Go ahead and put our other coin in. It's going to go the other way. You only need them on 2 sides to hold things in. So we'll get this to the same amount of tightness that the other one is, and then do them each one rotation at a time until you think that they are locked enough. So before we can move this to the bed of the printing press to print, we need to make sure that even though the form is locked, that all of the letters inside the form are not moving, because printers pick their forms up to move them and everything has to be stabilized. In this, you can see that proudly, and some of the letters up here fall out when the chase is picked up. So in order to get those locked, we need to fill it in with smaller spacers. If it was left like that when picked up, they would fall out, or if inking, the brayer or roller could pick them out. So we need to go ahead and get those fixed. Now that all the type is locked into the form and not moving, it is safe to move it to the bed of the printing press to be printed.